last year get blown out by Rockbridge. Obviously, we remember that for the last 365 days.
With some crosstown hate.
It makes for a lot of fun. It's nerve-wracking for sure.
Let's be honest. There's really no debate.
Right now, I feel like this last third kind of defines where we're going to go and who we're going to beat.
At this time of year, carries a whole lot of weight.
I don't feel like we've really been beaten by anybody. I feel like we beat ourselves every time we've lost. And so really wanting to make this week about us and trying to do that throughout the week of practice. You know, don't make it about Hickman. Don't make it about the Purple School.
This is ABC 17's SportsZone Football Friday, sponsored by your quality Ford dealers. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks.
What is up, everyone? Welcome into Week 8 of SportsZone Football Friday. I'm ABC 17 Sports Director Natalie Jones. 15 stoplights, that is all that separates Como's two biggest rivals. But tonight, that 5-mile stretch of Providence Road will no longer divide them. Rockbridge and Hickman are writing the latest chapter of the Providence Bowl, one that's sure to have playoff implications. The Cupes and the Bruins are currently ranked 3rd and 5th, respectively, in the Class 6 District 6 standings. The top 3 teams in that tournament get a first-round bye. So Hickman's hoping to hold on tight to that last bye in the district, while Rockbridge is determined to make a run at it. RB has not lost to Hickman since 2012, boasting 13 straight wins over their arch rival. But the Cupes, they're feeling confident, riding a 5-game winning streak into the Providence Bowl, its longest string of victories in 13 years. Can the Cupies defend the crib tonight? That's the question. Second Hickman drive of the game. It's 4th and 9. Braden Bursey finds his man Ethan Gaines. Yep, that'll move the sticks. And the Cupe Dogs are in business for the first time tonight. And just a few plays later, how about the teamwork? Kaysen Conyers is in the middle of all those jerseys. Looks like he's stalled out, but not so fast. Conyers gets some help from his buddies over the line for the score, 7-0. Hickman strikes first. First quarter is winding down, and the Bruins are looking to get that goose egg off the scoreboard. Offense couldn't quite get it done, but special teams make special plays. Kicker Rocco DePrima drills a 50-yarder to get his team on the board. It's a 4-point ball game. That gave RB some needed life. About 5 minutes until halftime, Nevels Jr. rolls out. He's got Garrett Essner, the future Memphis tight end, makes the snag. The Bruins are in the red zone. You can't waste those opportunities, and don't worry, Rockbridge won't. Nevels Jr. punches his way into the barn. We have got ourselves a real ball game as the Bruins snatch away that lead 10-7 over the home team. Now, seconds before halftime, RB trying for a little bit more here, but Hickman says, not in my house. Jackson Gooch with a big stop. Cupies beat Rockbridge for the first time since 2012 on a game-winning field goal with 7 seconds left. My goodness, 13-10 the final tonight. An absolutely thrilling way to end the action tonight in Central Columbia, snapping Rockbridge's 13-game winning streak over the Cupe Dogs. There's a new king of Como, and ABC 17's Olivia Randolph joins us live with the leader of the Cupe Dogs tonight. Olivia, Coach Conyers, he's got to be feeling pretty good right now.
Natalie, Coach Conyers is feeling great tonight. I am with the King of Columbia as he just secured his first win since 2012, 13 years and coming. Coach, how are you feeling right now?
Ecstatic right now. Just what this means to our program. I said earlier, you know, turn around and look at the people still lingering after this win. Since 2012, since Hickman has defeated Rockbridge. The crazy thing was I was on the other end of that at Rockbridge when that happened. So it's kind of come full circle. And what we've been able to do these last 2 years and turn this program around is just, it's awesome. It's great for our community. It's great for all of our fans. And most of all, it's great for our kids. Just the intense buy-in that we have right now from these young men, from our coaching staff who works countless hours to make sure that we can come out in big moments like this and compete. It's awesome. I mean, I can't stop smiling. I've had a lot of big moments in my coaching career, and I'm telling you right now, this is in the top 3 of those moments, no doubt.
I was about to say, you know, we had a little bit of time to catch up before the game. You were talking about how big this is. For you personally, since you came here, what does a win like this mean for how you picked up the program whenever you first got here?
You know, it was tough. You know, you come in and it's like, what's going to happen? Is there going to be buy-in from the kids? You know, they go from an 0-10 season, and here's this new guy. Some of them know my name. Some people don't know who I am. We bring in a whole new staff, and the buy-in has just been tremendous from the very beginning. And what's great is when all of those guys and those seniors from last year are back on our sidelines tonight, that means that we've had an impact on kids. This is much bigger than the game of football. You know, we're trying to teach these young men how to be better young men in their lives and how to overcome adversity and do all these these things that we did tonight on the football field. So if anybody doesn't believe in, sport treating, teaching life lessons, you're wrong, because we learned a big life lesson tonight. We learned how to battle through some adversity.
Perfect. A big life lesson in a big game out here at Hickman. But for now, me and Coach Conyers reporting live in Columbia. Olivia Randolph, ABC 17 Sports.
Hey, congrats to the man. And thank you, Olivia. Something's got to give. Battle searching for its first win, hosting Jefferson City, who's aiming to end a 5-game skid. First quarter, Jays had the momentum to start. Alex Wilson's got time, launches a dime to Zach Barnes, who goes in untouched for the score. It's 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. But Battle's going to respond pretty quickly here. Eric Hill goes straight into that mass of jerseys. I was looking at this. I said, okay, the play's done. But wait a second. There he is. He emerges from that mess. He's got green grass ahead. Touchdown, Spartans. He's going to come up, and look at this. They're going to go for 2. Good decision for gains as we're all tied up at 8 in Northeast Columbia. Nicely done. Everybody's got smiles on that sideline. JC trying to bring the good times to their sideline, though. Xavion Finney weaves through all those battled defenders. Look at him go. Jefferson City, this one's still going on. 48-26 in the fourth quarter tonight. Now, Helias is striving to stay undefeated and complete a perfect CMAC campaign, facing Smith Cotton down in Sedalia. What a start for the Satyrs. Austin Weaver calls his own number and squeezes into the land of 6. Helias strikes first, but the Tigers are set on defending home turf tonight. Coleman Fredrickson chops back and lifts an absolute rocket downfield to Connor Harris. Hits him in stride. He's in for the tutty. We're tied in the first quarter. Now, Helias took a punch here, but they weren't going to land the final ones, I'll tell you that. Weaver showing off his arm now as he fires a strike to Jordan Skies. A heck of a catch. He jukes a man out and gets into the bar. Crusaders regain the lead 14-7. How about some nice insurance now? Like a good neighbor, Weaver is there. Zipping one up to Lanigan, throwing on 6 more. And it's touchdown city for the road team in Sedalia. Weaver floats it up to Alex Wood. Helias completes a perfect conference campaign, 47-7 over Smith Cotton. Capital City has never lost to Camden in school history. Cavs looking to keep it that way tonight at home, and they came to play like it, too. Early on in this one, triple option to Jalen Thomas makes a man miss. Look at him go for an easy touchdown. He's pretty shifty, giving some love to the big guys up front, too. Cap City gets on the board, 7-0. Next possession, there is a lot more coming your way. Cooper Welling under center, going deep. He has a man in stride. It's Marcus Driver fighting off the defender for the last 15 yards of the home side. Second score of the night. My goodness. And, of course, a touchdown's only as good as its celebration. Big a dance, young fellas. Cavs up 14 now. Camdenton managed to answer and draw within 7, but Evan Schaefer is going to shut the door himself on the quarterback keeper. Capital City remains unbeaten against Camdenton, 49-28. Let's head to that scoreboard now. Hannibal hammers Marshall, 51-6. Fulton falls to Kirksville, 49-19. Centralia cruises past Palmyra, 44-8. Macon shuts out South Shelby, 21-zip. And Monroe City crushes Highland, 68-0. Well, there may be no team in the state of Missouri having a more dominant season than the Blair Oaks Falcons. I'm diving deeper into the numbers of their undefeated 7-game start right after this.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
Nope. And you get the latest phones.
High five.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90. And we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
Your next big career move could start with a spark.
Did you know Hitachi Energy is training and hiring welders through their welding program?
Coming in here, you don't have to worry about the weather. You're not getting rained out of jobs. You constantly got work.
It's probably not as hard as you think it is. It looks scary, but it's really not.
I've learned a lot along the way. Coming from a non-welding background, and they took me in and taught me from scratch.
I enjoy the people. They're like family. Weld together a future you can be proud of right here at Hitachi Energy.
Big savings on internet, big savings on mobile. Get both for less with Mediacom's best deal of the year. Right now, save $15 a month on a new internet package when you add Mediacom Mobile. And we'll give you 2 unlimited mobile lines for the price of 1. It's our best deal of the year with 50% off our full price. Call 844-EXTREME2 for details.
There are two schools of thought when it comes to buying a new vehicle.
You gotta look them in the eye. Bruh, just do it on your phone.
With Jim Butler FastPass, I took care of all the trade-in and financing paperwork online first, and they were all ready for me to sign and drive when I showed up.
Firm handshake.
Just make it easy, for real. Guys, you're both right. With Jim Butler FastPass, I get modern convenience and personal service.
Old school trust.
New school speed.
That's why.
Jim Butler is the FastPass powerhouse.
When you think winter, think windows. Those leaky old windows are costing you money and making you uncomfortable in your own home. You need new windows, and we need to have steady work all winter, so let's make a deal. If you book your window project now, we'll install it this winter, and you save a massive $300 off per window. You're helping us stay busy in slow season, and we're providing you with the exclusive advanced polymer composite windows everybody's raving about. Click.
Hi, I'm Tristan, the general manager here at Lukey's Roofing. We were founded by Jerry Lukey in 1999. For over 25 years, we've been continuing his legacy. Services we offer are roof replacements, slope replacements, gutters, metal roofings, shingle roofings, and flat roofs. Beginning to end, start to finish, your Lukey's rep will be with you every step of the way. When you see our trucks driving through your community, you know your neighbors are being taken care of. If you have concerns about your roof, give Lukey's a call.
I had one case several years ago where there was a $100,000 limit, and we turned that case into a $15 million settlement. 98% of lawyers would have said, oh, you know what, $100,000 limit, I'm going to take 40%, see you later, and slam the door as they walked out. We still see those clients. We check in on those clients to see how they're doing. They're genuinely thankful for us and our involvement for what we did for them.
US Cellular makes it easy to switch. Get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in.
We don't even have to trade in our teeth?
Nope.
I almost lost this one.
Get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, now part of...
Welcome back, folks. Blair Oaks is cruising through the competition on its quest for back-to-back state championships. The undefeated Falcons have faced 7 opponents this season, defeating all of them by 18 points or more. At the same time, head coach Ted LePage's team is well on its way to 4 consecutive conference crowns, outscoring its Tri-County Conference foes. Get this, 238-13 combined. Blair Oaks can clinch a conference title tonight with a win over Hallsville and a Southern Boone loss. Spoiler alert, the dominance, it continued in H-Town. Tyler Bax goes for the quick read here to Brady Dapkus. He's snatching ankles, and that gets Blair Oaks up by 7 out of the gates here. A little later, okay, I want you to keep your eyes on number 45, folks. Ball gonna come loose. And he's on it. Zane West is rumbling down the field all the way to the end zone. Falcons getting it done on both sides of the ball tonight. 35-0 lead. And after halftime, the Bax-Dapkus connection continues. Bax to Dapkus. Dapkus so difficult to get down. He's in for another one as Blair Oaks shuts out H-Town 56-0. Just pure dominance from Ted LePage and company this season. Southern Boone and Osage both aiming to topple their 4th conference foe of the year. Things got going on the second drive of the game here. Indians strike first, hands it off to Brock Arwood, and he barrels in for the score from 2 yards out. 7-0 Osage. And the Eagles looking for a response now. Mason Shear rolls out, looking for an open man, launches one downfield, looking for Jay Strong, but Colt Butler says, hey, I'll take that. A big interception for Osage puts them in good field position. Very next play, give the ball to Drake Williams. He will do the rest. He takes it 50 yards all the way to the land of 6. Indians have built up a 2-touchdown lead. The big plays, they are not over. Maverick Trusty drops back, finds his tight end Ethan Wall. This man's making people miss as he weaves all the way to the end zone. Osage shuts out Southern Boone 21-0 tonight. So Blair Oaks does claim that crown. To the scoreboard now. California beats Eldon 36-28. Tipton blinks Russellville tonight 52-0. Harrisburg takes down Fayette 28-8. South Galloway steamrolls Lynn 58-14. North Callaway clobbers Van Far 50-8. Montgomery County gets past Wright City 33-28. Louisiana defeats Mark Twain 49-14. Salisbury stops Crestridge 54-6. And Clark County triumphs over West Rand 32-20. Over the last decade, this next conference showdown has been about as even as it gets. Moberly and Mexico have played each other 13 times in the last 10 years, and the Spartans own a narrow 7-6 lead in the series during that stretch. But the Bulldogs got the best of them in the last meeting between these schools, and they can make it 2 in a row with a victory tonight. Mexico hunting for its first 6-win season since 2021, while Moberly strives for a bounce-back win. Close game tonight. Check this out. Jaron Tidings airs this one out to Ethan Land for a tremendous catch. That's going to put him in some good field position, and the Spartans are going to capitalize on it as Tidings rolls out and finds who else? It's Ethan Land in the land of 6. Moberly going to spoil homecoming tonight 28-21 over those Mexico Bulldogs. Tolton is averaging 35 points per game this season. The Blazers added to that number tonight against Skip Casey Legacy. Spoiler alert. In fact, on the very first drive of the game, they're going to get going. Dominic Abadi gets the scoring started. He calls his own number, gets into the barn. No problemos. 7-0 Trailblazers. Kip KC hoping to respond here, but Will Breitweiser had other plans. He comes up with the interception to give his team a chance to put some cushion on that lead. They'll do just that. Abadi using his legs. What's he going to do? He's going to pitch it to Benjamin Schroeder, who is going to take care of the rest, barreling through defenders, staying on his feet, and getting into the barn. Make it 21-0 Tolton. Coming up on halftime now, Blazers pouring on some more. The ball's knocked loose. That'll be recovered. Another touchdown for Michael Agnew's crew. Tolton shellacks Kip Casey Legacy 49-0. Last check of the scoreboard now. Brookfield beats Milan in a weather-shortened game 52-14. Paris gets it done over Slater 67-22. Marceline mashes Trenton 46-10. Missouri Military Academy wins at Pleasant Hope 32-22. Owensville drops its showdown with Sullivan 55-10. Herman loses to Pacific tonight 42-14. St. James falls to Union 28-20. And Skyline gets beat by Stockton 42-26.